I've been waiting for my son to leave the kitchen before I carried on with part number 2 of how to decorate your birthday cake. It is here, it is ready, it is cool, it is looking magnifique. Okay, the thing that we're going to do now is we're going to cover it in buttercream and then put all the sweets and stuff on and make it into a gravity-defying cake. I could utilise all the stuff that I have in my house as a cake decorator, because I do that as well. And I could use a palette knife and I could put it onto a cake board and I could use my turntable and I could do loads of funky tricks and things. But you're not likely to have any of this stuff at home. So I put it onto a plate. I've upturned a bowl so I can utilise it as a turntable. And I am going to be using a regular spreading knife to do it, because this is the things that you're going to have at home and it makes everybody's life easier. So the first thing that we are going to do is actually turn the cake upside down, because we want that lovely smooth top as the bottom and the bottom as the top, just like that. And then I'm going to cover it in buttercream, and my buttercream is 250 grams of butter and 400 grams of icing sugar, and this is literally just to make everything stick to it. So I have beaten 7 bells out of it. I have used a mixing machine. I have cheated, I have to be honest, but you could use a loads of elbow grease and get it bashed up, or you could use a hand mixer. I've put mine in a Kenwood. It's quick, it's easy, but as I said, I'm not going to use nothing to do this cake. So if you just spread it all around the cake, just like that, and I'm doing this back to front so I can't actually see what I'm doing, but we'll get there in the end. Put a big blob on. You don't need to fill the cake. There's enough stuff going to be going on this cake here that you don't need it filled as well. And I will tidy the plate up later. So make sure that you get the buttercream right down the bottom. It's difficult doing this back to front and upside down, but we'll give it a go. Just like that. You don't have to be neat, you just need to get it on. Because we are going to stick Kit Kats or chocolate fingers or whatever you want around the outside, so it doesn't really matter that it looks a bit messy. We just need to have some on there. I also added a couple of tablespoons of boiled water into my icing. It just makes it smooth on it a little bit better. Okay, so just like that, slap it on, smooth it over. And I have used 2.5 packets of chocolate fingers, which are going to go around. So all you're going to do now is quite literally stick them like that all the way around. Ding, ding, ding. Ding, ding, ding. So I told you it was nice and easy. But it just means that everybody can do this. If you've got some ribbon at the end, you can put some ribbon on it around the bottom to make it look really lovely. I'm not going to be doing that because I figured that not everybody is going to have ribbon, but at least you're all going to be able to do these simple things. So this was 2 packets. I've got a few more because I'm a bit short around the outside. So a couple more of those, just like that. Stick them all on. Dun, dun, dun. And then I might even drop, I need another one. If you have a gap like I'm going to have at the back, oh no, I will get another one in. So this was just over 2.5 packets of Kit Kats, 2-finger Kit Kats, or the cheapest Tesco's, Asda's, Morrison's equivalent. They're all made by the same people, doesn't really matter. There, that'll do. Okay, let's try lifting this down. So you can see, and maybe lift it up at the back, like that. That sort of works. All right, next job. I have been, as I said earlier, through the grandchildren's sweetie drawer, and I have found a load of stuff. So I've got some Flumps, and I've got some Kinder Finger Things, and I've got some Kinder Buenos, and I also found some sprinkles that I had hidden in the cupboard. Oops, daisy. So just pull all these out, and I know you can't see them, but I am opening them up, and I'm not going to eat them. I've eaten loads already. I've actually eaten the chocolate biscuit cake that I made yesterday. Diet? What diet? So open all those up, and then you need to open up a packet. Oh, I found it's an Apollo bar, which is supposed to be like a Mars bar, and I found some Haribo jelly things, which will have those as well. Another one of these. Just open up loads, whatever you've got, whatever you can fun. Right, I've got a packet of Smarties. You can use anything really that you like, but what you need to do is you need to, we're going to be doing it this way, you need to cut off just a small corner like that of where the bag actually opens. Can you see I've only got a little tiny hole, just enough to get the Smarties out. So you can make it just big enough to get the Smarties out. I'm going to get a bowl, and I'm going to pour said Smarties into a bowl. Maybe make it a tiny touch bigger, but what I don't want you to do is make a great big huge hole, because this is part of the gravity bit. So who would have thought that getting Smarties out of the bag would be so difficult? Get out. Ow, 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 ow. There we go. It used to be that only Smarties have the answer. I don't know how true that is anymore. Jelly Tots would work, chocolate buttons would work, Galaxy buttons would work, or any of the sweets really. But what you want to do, whatever you use, is to make a small enough hole that you only get out the ingredients and then keep the bag. So once your bag is empty, like this, we're going to utilise it. So I asked you earlier to get a straw and a not cocktail stick, a skewer. So what we're going to do is we are going to utilise this in your cake. So what I need you to do is we are going to, I've put the stick inside the straw, and what I need you to do is to break without actually breaking the stick completely. Just bend it so that it remains not broken, but just so that you can bend it. And I need you to push that into your cake like that. All right, this is the gravity defying bit. So what's going to happen is your bag is going to go onto here. I've probably done this the wrong way around, so do it like that way. And then that bag is going to go into your little hole like that, and it'll look like it's pouring the sweets out. That's the plan anyway. That's the plan of action, like that. And then what we're going to need to do is we need to stick some more buttercream to hide our straw all the way up, because it's not much of a gravity defying if you can see all of the straw. So we'll stick that on like that. Dun. Bit more. It doesn't matter, that's it, and we just want to push it down the bottom as well. I did put some, you've probably noticed it's brown, my buttercream, and I did add a couple of tablespoons of cocoa powder just because I wanted it chocolatey. So once you've got your buttercream coming up in a little mound, push it down the bottom like that. We are then going to stick the Smarties all the way up and cover that just like that. Okay, Smarties, stick them on there You can start at the bottom, you can start at the top. I'm probably going to start like that. And cover it like that. Doom, doom, doom. Just do this. You can get the kids to help you. Concentrate on the upright bit before you do anything else. If your buttercream is too soft and they're falling off, then just chuck it into the fridge just for a few minutes. Chuck the cake into the fridge, but it shouldn't be. If you've only added a couple of tablespoons of water and you've used proper butter, then you definitely won't need it. Like that. So it's going to look like that when it's done. Hey, we're getting there. So chuck all those on, like this. Looking good so far? I think so. Kids are going to love it. They'll love it. The fact that you've made an effort, they'll love. Who needs to come to people like me and buy a cake? You don't. Make it yourself. I don't mind losing money. Right, so once they're just about all on, we're going to use up some of the other sweeties and we're going to make it explode out the cake. So, that looks pretty good to me. Like that. Okay, I have got a flump. Cut it in half, like that. Use a wooden skewer. Ooh, break that in half. And then, oops, push the flump or other marshmallow. There are other marshmallows available. And then just push it into the cake so that they are exploding out. If it's a bit, that was probably a bit too tight. Oops. So they're going to come out the cake. You can use cocktail sticks for this. It doesn't really matter. But I just happen to have a couple of skewers. So that can go in like that as well. And then the chocolate, you're going to explode out as well. Woohoo! Like that. Loads of chocolate. You never get too much chocolate. Chocolate is the answer to everything. I have cut it in half seconds ago, poop, like that, and then that will get also pushed in just like this, and then I've got more chocolate and I've got stuff everywhere. That will do. The rest of your Smarties you can sprinkle on the bottom. And the little jellies that we opened as well earlier, they can get sprinkled on. And any gaps that you've got left, I did actually find a tub of sprinkles. So all I'm going to do is, hang on, let me see if I can sprinkle this wherever I have got a gap. They've all gone on the floor. Hey ho. I present one gravity cake. Let me see if I can do this properly. Da, 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 da. There you go. Kids are going to absolutely love that. It's taken me, what, 13 minutes according to my clock. And I think that that would be a treat for absolutely anybody. Make it, put a candle in the front of it, have fun. And don't forget to sing happy birthday while washing your hands for 20 seconds. That way you stay clean as well. Stay safe, my friends, and I'll speak to you again soon. Bye-bye.